everyone. It is Sunday, August 22nd. We just got to the studio. It's around 10:30 a.m. We went for a coffee with a friend, and it was awesome. Trying to set up, a few more activities with other people rather than just being in the studio 24/7. That time I took a couple weeks ago or last week was just really needed. And I've shared before, but yeah, sometimes I just don't realize I need a break until I'm forced to take a break. Really exciting coffee with this person. Essentially, they're kind of becoming another member of the Elated team. So that's pretty cool. I had a conversation with a fellow student last week, and for whatever reason, level 4 just wasn't doing it for him compared to the previous levels. It was a nice conversation though, because, well, one, it kind of made me question, am I, putting on in the vlog that, everything is amazing? And, am I just kind of going through the motions? And so I had this little conversation with myself, just to, I don't want to, obviously I shared I was going through a hard time the last couple of weeks, but, the course material for me, I am loving. Even 1%, even 0.5% of additional information to what I knew before is exactly why I'm at Icon. And I know I've said that before, but it's true for me. Icon Collective is teaching the fundamentals of music production. The people who have great success, it took them about 2 years post Icon to get to where they are now. That being said, I know a lot of them had zero music production skill going into Icon. For me, I got about 5 years of taking music production seriously and a major collaboration under my belt. And so the reason why I wanted to go to Icon, as I've said, is I could see the cracks in my producing foundation and I needed them filled because I really didn't feel like I could call myself a professional music producer. But anyways, moral of the story is don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Don't lose sight of the reason why you came to Icon in the first place. If you're watching this and you're in level 4 and you're feeling frustrated, trust the process. Icon's entire course is laid out in such a way that by the end of it, you'll be making professional, authentic music. I hope you're killing it this week. If not, I hope that this little message can be a little boost. Let's do the best we can today, and that way we set ourselves up for success in the future. All right. Longest intro ever. Let's get to work. Welcome back to Sunday Fun Day. We are heading into Unit 8 of Level 4. Let's just keep things rolling, get right into it. Unit 8, Record Labels, Finalizing Your Mix, Harmonic Rhythm. Starting off with music business classes, record labels. In this lesson, we'll learn about the role of record labels in the 21st century, the difference between major and independent labels, what a record label does, what 360 deals are, the pros and cons of signing with the record label, how music is distributed from the studio to fans, how to start and run your own record label. Pushing forward into studio techniques, finalizing your mix. In this lesson, we'll start working on finalizing a mix, covering the following topics. How to achieve a cohesive mix in any genre, how to maximize your mixing efficiency, why some mixes sound alive and organic, how to consistently increase the quality of your mixes, how to assess and accomplish the mix objectives of a client. Pushing on into keyboard techniques class, harmonic rhythm. In this lesson, we'll explore these topics: harmonic rhythm, melodic rhythm, note length in harmonic rhythm, turnarounds, push and pull. And then, as per usual, we end the unit with a keys playing assignment. Well, there we go. A short and sweet little overview of all the classes for Unit 8. I'm really looking forward to the Studio Techniques mixing classes. This happens regularly where I'm kind of struggling with certain things, and literally the next week's classes are about that. All right, that is it for Sunday Fun Day today. Good morning, everyone. I'm feeling so good today. It is Monday, August 23rd. Look what we got this morning. Iced coconut milk latte. And look at this breakfast sandwich. Ooh. Ah. This morning, we are pulling up this new remix we've been working on, and we're getting that ready for our mentor session. That and our new original, which we somewhat arranged. I fell into a bit of a trap arranging my new original. You know, I started to pull up a few different tracks that I like the arrangement on, and I was trying to go like, okay, well, how do I want to structure my track? You know, using a reference track for arranging your track is a really, really handy thing to do. But don't do this. I pull up a couple tracks, I start listening to them, and then I start to think, oh, well, this track has this in it. Oh, and then I go back to my track, I start listening. Oh, it's kind of missing that. Oh, but wait, isn't my lead kind of doing that? So I fell into this stupid trap of comparing my music to the music I was simply trying to reference the arrangement. Theoretically, I didn't even need to listen to the track. And so, yeah, definitely gonna have a big talk with my mentor about that. But anyways, other than that, we're feeling good. We got a delicious breakfast from my favorite coffee shop, Hey Happy, and we're gonna get started on this music, and it's gonna be a good day. We also have a Q&A coming up from one of my favorite artists, WENZDAY. I've actually seen 2 other Q&As from her at Icon. Just a wealth of business knowledge. I've really, really liked listening to WENZDAY's experience and insight. Anyways, let's pull up Ableton, let's eat our breakfast, let's get ready for our mentor session at 11. Welcome to another episode of Mental Health Monday. This Mental Health Monday, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I know we've been doing a few pretty long mental health segments, so I ain't going to stop, that's for sure. I think this conversation always needs to continue. But what I wanted to talk about was being too hard on yourself. Lately, I've been getting a ton of feedback about being too hard on myself. You know, a lot of it for me stems from thinking I know something and then getting frustrated because I can't do it. Really, if you think about it, if I can't do something, it's probably just because I'm not understanding it, aka I don't actually know it. Then I just start beating myself up. I get into that freaking rabbit hole. Definitely not good for finishing music, being creative, anything like that. Honestly, awareness is the key. Living in the present is the key. Not comparing myself is the key. And I just need to continue to remind myself about this stuff because it's just not healthy. Another thing I'm really hard on myself about is setting deadlines. Art of Flow last week, I think it was, talked about psychological timing and the fact that we put these pressures on ourselves that I need to do something by this date, and then if we don't succeed or we don't accomplish that task, essentially we're a failure. We get down on ourselves, we beat ourselves up even more. It's a cycle that is repeated. And so talking with my mentor about some of these patterns, some of these behaviors, some of these thoughts, it all comes back to awareness. It all comes back to going, well, like not believing the thoughts in my head, not identifying with the thoughts in my head, because who set those deadlines? Me. Did anything happen from not meeting them? No. You all get what I mean. Quit being so hard on yourself, and I will too. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, August 24th. Today is my birthday. Woo! We got quite a few things we need to get done today before the little festivities tonight. Going out for dinner, spending time with Becca, keeping it low-key, but yeah, just a reason to take a break and celebrate and appreciate the people in my life. On the flip side of that, here I am, looking at my courses, Tuesday morning, and it turns out I didn't film Sunday Funday, so I know you would have just seen it because I edited it in there, but that's why I look different from the morning to that. What the heck? I thought I was on a roll this week compared to last week. Oh well, whatever. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to tonight, my birthday celebrations, and we've got to get started on this week's classes. Good afternoon. It's my birthday, so I'm getting the heck out of the studio nice and early. What do we usually do on Tuesdays? Well, mentor session recap. This kind of plays into the Mental Health Monday topic, being too hard on myself, thinking I should be where I'm not, whether that's with the track, whether that's in life. But you know what? To be able to have these conversations with someone who has your best interest at heart, what more could I ask for? What I do really want to talk about is the WENZDAY Q&A that just happened yesterday at Icon. Honestly, WENZDAY is one of my very favorite house producers. She not only can produce badass music that's getting signed to labels like Mousetrap, but she has probably some of the best business sense out of any Q&A that I've heard at Icon so far. She talked about brand deals, she talked about how to approach companies, how to stay professional, even if they're giving you the runaround. So many different little situations and scenarios that you might just not expect. One of the bigger things she talked about was her brand. Now, she has an amazing aesthetic to her brand. She talked about this thing called the Brand Bible. It is basically something she created, and it's almost like an artist EPK electronic press kit, but it's specifically about her brand and staying on point for her brand no matter what she's doing. Whether that's taking a collab, whether that's releasing on a label, whether that's for a festival, whether that's whatever, it all comes back to the brand. So she showed us her little brand Bible as it pertains to Wednesday, and all of it comes back to, is it on brand? Does it fit what Wednesday is about? She talked about the foundation of her brand as an artist, the pillars for her brand: love, heartbreak, femininity, empowerment, and strength. And anything she goes to do, if it does not fit under those pillars, she doesn't do it because it's not part of who she is as a music producer. One of the other cool things she touched upon was separating the brand from the person. And she said some people don't do this, but the way that she views it is that Wednesday is a separate entity from who she is as a person. Presenting that brand and the fact that people vibe with that and they resonate with that brand and what those pillars stand for, well, she doesn't want to move away from that because that's what people like about her. It's just really interesting to hear her perspective, and she obviously has it really locked in. As much as her music is at the level that it's getting signed by labels like Mousetrap, her brand is at that same level. And I think the two go hand in hand for the success that she's seeing today. Really a lot to think about there. And honestly, I was gonna save talking about this until Friday. It was just so informative and so inspiring. I just could not wait. All right, time for some birthday festivities. Let's get going. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, August 25th. Dang, did I ever have a good birthday yesterday. Went out for some steak, got a few gifts from Becca. We kept it pretty low key, but you know what? She always does an amazing job making me feel special. And I really appreciate that. So thank you, Becca. Steak dinner was absolutely delicious. And she got me this absolutely super special talisman from Pyra that has just this really special meaning behind it. Anyways, today, I think I'm just gonna work on music this morning, and then in the afternoon, after my therapy appointment, smash out the assignments for Unit 8. Quite a busy day already today. Went out for coffee with my good buddy Vander, who I've told you all about many times in the vlog. He is a Facebook gaming streamer, and he's killing it. Had a good time out for coffee with him this morning, and now we are back. Check out this new shirt. Becca got me this as well. Anyways, I'm going on and on. Let's work on some music this morning. Welcome back to the Wednesday midweek check-in. How am I feeling this week? Honestly, I literally just got back from therapy. I'm feeling drained. The past couple weeks, a little longer than that, yeah, I've been feeling burnt out. There's a lot of craziness going on in this world right now, and it's really affecting me. So, had a long chat with my therapist about that, and yeah, it's time to go into a bit of self-preservation mode, you know, because if I'm not taking care of myself and where I'm at, then I can't really be of service to others, no matter what the cause may be. But as you know, we are on Unit 8 of Level 4. Things are progressing nicely. Really, all I have to do is my keys classes and the assignments for music business and studio techniques. Now, music business this week was all about record labels. Not only getting signed to record labels, but starting your own. I actually have my own record label called Dream House Recordings. I kind of pseudo started this record label as a way of self-releasing. There was a ton of valuable information in there, especially if you've never released on a record label or you're well on your way to putting out your first single on your own. They basically talk about getting signed to a major versus an indie, and how you don't really need to get signed to a big label to make it in today's industry. Social media, as crazy as it is right now, is a very, very essential and relatively cheaper tool to promoting your music and getting it heard. One key thing they touched on was these 360 deals that a lot of the bigger labels, especially the majors, are doing now. And that was with the advent of Napster and how, file sharing and streaming and all this stuff was invented. Well, back in the day, labels used to pretty much only make money off of record sales. And basically what a 360 deal is, kind of in the name, they'll actually take a piece of the pie from all your different revenue streams. And that's part of signing like a multi-album deal with a huge label, with one of the majors. So that's something to keep in mind as an artist when you go to sign that kind of stuff. Usually on the indies, they are more so releasing your singles or your 2 to 3 track EPs. And then Studio Techniques class this week, pretty much just your final checkpoints before we head into mastering. And that's finalizing your mix. So pretty well, all the stuff you learned in the pre-mix and mixing phase is just one final check over. This also has to do with things like automation and just generally looking at the big picture of things, making sure everything is in place before you're about to send it off to mastering. So yeah, Unit 8, tons of useful information in there. A lot of it I already knew, but it's those tiny little details that really kind of bring my knowledge level and experience to the next level that you really just wouldn't learn doing this on your own. I hope that your week is going well, and I'll see you at the end of the week.